Hello out there. And I just got my confirmation for the New York Film Festival. I'm a member of the Film Society of Lincoln Center, and the festival's coming up. And when does it start? I think it starts in September. Yeah, it starts in the end of September and goes through to early October. And I've always really wanted to. This would be my first New York Film Festival. I've gone to film festivals in Philadelphia and Seattle, but this is the first one in New York, and I've always wanted to go to one of the New York festivals. A couple reasons. One thing is that the films shown there are of high caliber and often are U.S. And sometimes world premieres. You know, a lot of the films they're showing there, they're probably not going to get wide release. Maybe a year from now, if at all. A lot of these films will not get a wide release. So this is really the one time you get to see them, and I could be one of the first people in the country to see some of these films. So that's really exciting for me. So I'm right up there in the upper echelon of film snobbery at this point, and I'm loving it. You know, because of transportation issues, I can only look at films that are going to be on the weekends or on days I have off. So it kind of restricted the and also timing. I make day trips to New York, so it has to be something I can conveniently make a day trip for and come back. So a film that's real late in the day, that's not going to really be. I'm not staying overnight in New York, so there was some constraints there, but actually the films that were available to me are the stuff I would want to see. So, I didn't look at the whole calendar because I didn't want to look at stuff I was missing really. So there's probably other stuff that's playing that I would really like to see, but it's during the weekday or whatever. But I had 6 films that I had planned out that were available on the days when I could visit, and the way the thing is works is it's a lot of time constraints. You know, they beforehand they tell you, okay, tickets are going to be open for purchase at this day, and it's going to be available for you at this particular time. So from that point on, you can go either to the if you're in New York City, you can go to the box office, or you can go to the website and start ordering it. For me, it was 4 o'clock today. I didn't actually get the chance to do it until 8 o'clock. You know, so I'm busy earlier or at that time in the day. I'm busy. I didn't have the ability to do anything. And when I got home, I forgot. You know what I mean? So it wasn't until 8 o'clock that I was able to actually look at it. And it's kind of a confusing website. At first, I'm like, it's nothing available because I wasn't doing it right. I was clicking on the wrong stuff, and or I clicked on the right stuff, but I just wasn't sure what it was showing me. So it took me a little bit, about a couple minutes to figure out what was going on. And it just so happened the first movie that I was looking at was not available anymore. It's sold out. Filmed by Michael Haneke, who is the Austrian director who often does films in France. So a lot of his films are French language films. Although The White Ribbon, which is I think his last major release, he might have, I don't know, the last major release that I saw, that was actually in the German language. So but this film he has at the New York Film Festival this year, Amour, is a French language film. So, and he's one of my favorite directors. I really love his work. So, Code Unknown, Cachet, um, White Ribbon, as I already mentioned. Really great film. So I really wanted to see him, but it's already sold out. I think he has 2 showings. The one that was available for me is not available anymore. So, um, that was a little letdown. That was the first movie I looked at, and I thought that would be examples of more to come. So of the 6 that I had planned out, the Michael Haneke film I already mentioned, I wasn't available. There was also one called Kinshasa Kids, which I kind of, I realized I had another day available, so I looked at that, and that movie was playing. I tried to get that one, that wasn't available. But um, it would have been nice to see an African film, but that's the way it goes. But I got 4 of the 6. So, just to go over some of them, I hope the hell I pronounced some of these names right. Let's see what we got here. I'm still waiting for my confirmation email. I got my, they might be backed up. That's another thing. They were telling you that sometimes if I went on there at 4, there's a chance I probably wouldn't be able to get to my movies because the website is overloaded. They had a message there that'll let you know that if that happens, you'll be getting to a holding queue and wait to, so I'm kind of happy, not really happy, but it worked out that, I got on and I was able to get through and get all my shopping done. It would have been nice to get some of the films I missed, but hey, that's how it works. I got a film here. There's one, Barbara, and I don't have all the details in front of me. I believe this film is from Germany, and I think it takes place during the when the Iron Curtain was still up. I saw a trailer. I managed to find a trailer on YouTube, and I probably will post a trailer underneath this video. So that was one I received here. Let's see what else I have here. Something in the Air. Something in the Air will look pretty interesting. It's one of those films that take place during the May '68 uprisings in France. I've always been kind of fascinated by that time period. One of my favorite films, The Dreamers, takes place during that time period. There's a couple other films. There's another film where the character from The Dreamers, he's in there, and this also takes place in May '68 or around that time period, I believe. Haven't seen that in a while. I forget the name of the second film I'm talking about, though. But I like May '68 films. And I think this is a Belgian production. So, that's kind of interesting. Let me see what else I have here. No. This takes, I keep forgetting this guy's name. He was in, he came to prominence. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. But I can't, Garcia, something. The Mexican actor. He was in Y Tu Mama Te Bien, Motorcycle Diaries. He was in, what's that film? Oh my gosh. Can't think of the name right now. He speaks English pretty well, so he does crossover work for U.S. productions. He's a real famous actor, world famous. I can't think of his name, but he's in that. It's a Chilean film, and it takes place during the time of Pinochet, the dictator. Looked pretty interesting, so I'm gonna see that. That's 3 films. I know I have another one here. Okay, Araf, somewhere in between. I think there's the name in English. That's a Turkish film. Looked pretty interesting. Very dramatic. Turkey has some really good films, and it's really hard to see Turkish films in the United States. A lot of them do not really get played here except at festivals. What's that famous one? Distance or something of other that was pretty good. I used to have that. I don't have that anymore. I used to have a copy of myself. But anyway, this is going to be really fun. I'm hoping that, because all this travel to New York, I rarely go to New York. I like to go. I like to have an excuse to go on a regular basis. There's going to be a time where I'm going to be traveling to see these separate films. I mean, these are at least 3 different travel dates for me, I think, that I have here. So that's going to be really interesting, me zipping back and forth from New York to hopefully I don't miss any of these films. That would be terrible if I cannot get to New York in time to see some of these films. But, it's going to be a really nice thing. I'm going to have to work out the transportation details, see what the best and cheapest way I can go there. No more Chinatown buses. That used to be the cheapest way. But I'll figure something out. Peace.